Do you want to talk about the James Gunn Direct? We talked about the Nintendo Direct. How about the James Gunn Direct? I like this trend of not doing these like stage events where they have, huge PowerPoints behind them and they're a crowd. I like that James Gunn just went onto Twitter, had a video. Nintendo goes on Twitter, has a video. It's great.
Yeah, I like it. And I continue to admire James's approach, which is like, I'm a human being and I'm coming up with ideas and I'm really, really going to work hard to make this good, but the buck stops with me kind of thing. And he's interacting directly with fans. I like it. He feels a lot more human to me than Feige. Feige at this point feels to me like the unapproachable principal of the fucking school that you're like, the school is falling apart. And he's like, no, it's not.
Yeah. And it definitely it remains to be seen if Gunn will be a good executive and good at delegating a lot of this stuff. But yeah, I like a lot of what he said. I like what he said about, Superman, and he was like, oh, he's going to be about truth, justice, and the American way, and it's going to be a kind Superman. I'm like, yeah, let's do it. Let's go back to basics with Superman. That's good.
He said a lot of stuff that he didn't say in his little video. Like there were these other interviews like where he was saying like, all right, here's the deal. DC's been real fucked up in the past few years. Like he was saying stuff like that. And I read some things where like, that's what happens when like you get a writer to be an executive. You're going to get some like chaotic stuff.
Yeah. Cause he was like, oh, I like kind of feel bad for Henry Cavill cause he's been dicked around by the prior administration. It's like, that's really weird to say about like, people who employ you, the prior people, obviously, but it's just like, it's really candid. And I enjoy that as well. And, just being upfront with people.
And when the company has been this chaotic, like, what do you want to do? Pretend that it's not been bad? Like, don't you kind of have to reset expectations and recognize the shortcomings of the company? So my critique though is, what is all this shit?
Yeah. I mean, it has the Authority, which is a group of misfits, but not unlike the Suicide Squad.
Creature Commando, a group of misfits, not unlike the Suicide Squad.
We got 17 Waller shows.
Yeah, I continue to be, and I think we all continue to be very confused about, like, because it seems like he wants to sever all ties to the Snyderverse, what was known as the Snyderverse, but clearly he isn't. Because he said,
he wants to keep all his stuff. All my stuff I want to keep.
He said Aquaman 2 dovetails directly into his first project. And he also said that The Flash with Ezra Miller is like the best superhero movie ever.
Yeah, but also resets everything. He said something along those lines. And then the Batman is going to be an Elseworld along with the Joker sequel, which makes sense. But it's also weird because there's going to be a Penguin series and stuff like that.
Yeah, it's like, a lot.
It's a lot of splits that I'm sure, that's what he inherited. Yes. And I think he just wants to see those through, but it is still a little confusing.
Or like this Booster Gold guy, right? Like, is this more, it does feel like more Peacemaker. It's like, he's a douchebag and he's going to learn to, whatever.
Yeah. I'm sure he'll find, maybe Chris Pratt will be that guy. And
a lovable loser from the future.
And the Green Lanterns, it's like True Detective, but it's this.
Oh, and like a Paradise, whatever, the Themyscira Game of Thrones show.
Game of Thrones. And he seemed to name drop a lot of HBO properties. Like, this will be prestige. Yeah. I feel like it is too much. It's way too much. I feel like it should be maybe Superman. Just start with that. Even if these things are in the hopper, like, don't talk about it.
Yeah. I mean, I'm with you. I kind of want to go slow. I want to date slowly.
Yeah. It's like how Iron Man came out. It was really good. And then you build off that. I feel like we need to start there.
The ideal thing would be if you could somehow get back to like DC comes out with 2 things a year and they're so fucking good. And we all wait for them, and we line up around the block to see him. Let's get back to the quality over quantity thing here.
Yeah, because this reminds me of a Disney Plus lineup where it just feels spread thin.
Did you know there's going to be the Santa Claus TV series?
And like the Brave and the Bold, like we're jumping all the way to Damian Wayne Robin. I don't know. I feel
technically starting with him basically.
Yeah, it just feels too late, too too much. But
all that having been said, it's weird. It's different. It has a vision. It has a storyteller at the top of it. Yeah, he seems to make the same old stuff over and over again. But I have, with the exception of his the holiday special, which I did not like at all, and I continue to be very, very surprised how many people loved it. I'm like,
yeah, a lot of people loved it.
I'm like not following you, and a lot of people loved Peacemaker too. And I thought Peacemaker was quite shit.
Yeah, it had a great theme song, but and the dance number, that was the best thing.
But I did love the Suicide Squad. I thought was really, really strong, and like if everything was that level of quality, then I'd be super psyched for this.
Right.
And the two Guardians movies are amazing, and I don't know if this third one's going to be great. Actually, I don't know.
Yeah, we'll see. Well, and Ant-Man's coming out next week, and the critics seem pretty lukewarm with it, which doesn't mean anything really, because critics have been all over the place. But
like everything everybody said about it so far is like, well,
Kang's pretty good.
Kang is good, I think. You can tell this movie's gonna blow. Jonathan Majors is probably going to be good in an upcoming film. Like he's not good in this one. He's going to be good someday.
He's going to be there teasing something.
Yeah. Oh, they're going to build up to it. He's She-Hulk versus Kang. They're going to fuck. Kang does the walk of shame. Like,
yeah, just apologizes. Just apologizes She-Hulk every episode.
I'm sorry, She-Hulk. Every variant of Kang apologizes to She-Hulk infinitely.
I'm sorry, April.
I'm sorry I'm sorry I belittled you in that meeting. I'm sorry that I spoke over you in that meeting. It seemed like you had a really good idea for the new sales figures.
Yeah, I wonder. I think Disney just laid off a bunch of people, right? So I don't know.
Did they? Good.
Yeah. It's like 7,000 people they laid off or something.
Oh wow, that's a lot of people. I was kind of hoping it'd be like C-suite type people. not like
it's probably like people running the parks.
Yeah. They laid off like 100 Mickey Mouses. Oh no.
Turn in your suit, Mickey.